Hi, Cavalier football fans. I'm Dan Ramey. Welcome to another edition of Cavalier Coach's Corner. In a moment, a visit with Coach Ron Hinton to talk about his Chillicothe Cavaliers and some special guests. More of the Coach's Corner coming up.
Southern Ohio Monument Company believes remembering a loved one after they're gone can be as personalized as when they were here. With over 400 in-stock monuments to choose from, there are shapes and sizes to match nearly everyone's personality, helping your loved one make a lasting impression. Southern Ohio Monument Company on East Main Street in downtown Chillicothe. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1. Southern Ohio Monument Company, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers.
Hi, I'm Angie with ATI Physical Therapy located in Chillicothe. If pain or injury prevent you from doing what you love, let ATI Physical Therapy get you back. Whether it's back to work or back to your play, ATI's energetic and motivating team is ready to help you begin your road to recovery. We will craft a personalized treatment plan incorporating the appropriate techniques for your condition. Stop by our Chillicothe location for a complimentary injury screening or visit atipt.com for a location near you.
Young's Family Market is family-owned and operated. M.L. Young founded the grocery store in 1936, and now a second generation of Youngs, Brad, Susan, and their children now operate the business. To also serve the surrounding area, the Youngs opened a second location in Kingston, Ohio back in 2014, making shopping easy by offering everything you need, including beer and wine, all under one roof. No more running all over town making numerous stops to get everything on your list. Instead, visit our store and find it all. We offer fresh, high-quality products for affordable prices. It's the Young's Family Market, serving the Laurelville, Ohio community for more than 60 years.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
For 20 years, Haven House of Pickaway County has supported local victims of domestic violence. Thank you to those of you who have made contributions during the Haven House Capital Campaign, which helps us to offer more extensive services to survivors of domestic violence, empowering them to become more successful individuals. To help support our effort, visit us on Facebook, havenhouse1180.com, or by calling 740-412-1905. Shelter, support, and long-term solutions. Haven House of Pickaway County. Rebuilding lives. Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing in Central Center can customize t-shirts, banners, posters, vinyl lettering for your car or truck, and they can embroider logos for your school or business. It's time to show your team's spirit. And from Adina to Zane Trace, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing has all the team colors. And of course, your Chillicothe Cavalier blue and white. So stop on into the shop in Central Center and see for yourself. Or visit Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing online and place your order today.
Hi, Cavalier fans, and welcome to another edition of the Cavalier Coach's Corner. I'm Dan Ramey with Coach Ron Hinton. Also, Cavalier Tom over here. We got Coach Anthony Wagner with us as well. Cavaliers are coming off of a win over Logan, 43-21 this past Friday. And, Coach, you had a lot of good things happen in that game and had a lot of nice runs. You had a lot of nice tackles, and it was that game that you were hoping for. You came off 2 straight losses and a nice string snapper.
Well, I don't want to say something was hoping for. The first half was very competitive. I mean, I'll give Logan credit. They came out and they played hard. They played tough. Their offensive line did a great job. They must have watched the Hartley film, verbatim. Because I mean, they lined up and double teamed us, and come right at us and smacked us in the mouth. The fullback, we did not know where he came from because we had not saw him on film at number 36. We didn't know where he came from. But some stats people don't realize is they ran 70 plays to our 44. Mm-hmm. So almost twice as many plays they had. They ran it. Okay, all right. And they stay methodical. They got the key downs when they need to get key downs. All right. Now second half, I think we made some nice. Coach Arndt and the staff made some nice adjustments. All right. I mean, you basically shut them out. Okay, the last drive we won't count because, again, we had our JVs in the whole time, the varsity in, so we don't really count that. So basically, we shut them out in the second half. Connor with 5, Simon with 3, and I think Bradley Reinhardt with 4. All right, and then for us, the players of the week for us was offensive lineman was Bradley Reinhardt. Offensive backs was JJ and Brandon. Of course, Brandon had a bad night with 220 yards rushing, 125 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. So I guess that was just kind of a mediocre night for him. Correct. And then our special teams players was Jaquan Harris. Adrian Beverly had some tackles. Kickoff, we made some mistakes on our kickoffs. Kicker didn't quite put the ball where we wanted. But then we had to save ourselves a couple times on opening kickoffs. We got better there, especially the second half. And then Derek Lewis was also another one of the specialty players. And also, I should say, Derek, Jason Benson, and one more had tackle inside. R.J. Corbin had tackle inside 20, which was the big thing for us. And our headhunters then was Brandon and Jason Benson each had 9. And then Simon, Adrian, and Jaquan all had 7 stickers for the night. So we did a lot of nice things to go out this week. A lot of great things to happen. It was a good win, a solid win for us. Some things we still got to work on. And I'm still a little leery. I'm a little scared. I hope we haven't peaked too soon. Hope we haven't peaked. Coach Rott and I talked at length this week because we get a chance to meet by ourselves in the afternoon before everybody gets out of school and stuff. So we can sit down and we can talk. And I kept worrying about that big push that we didn't peak too early. We want to peak coming down the stretch. In this next season that we've got coming, we'll talk about here in a minute. But hey, physical play. We respond to adversity. Okay, come right back and battled. And kept scoring, kept making big plays. Defense settled in. But again, Nicky and Casey should have 10, 12, 14 tackles every week. The defense is built around him and our 2 safeties making tackles. Kind of like the guys who run the ball, who gets all the yards. Mm-hmm. Well, they should make biggest percentage of the tackles because the defense is set for them to make those tackles. Mm-hmm. All right? And they start making those tackles second half. Once they start filling the gaps properly, we're learning. We're getting better. Sometimes we take baby steps. And Coach Arndt, he stays a little more calm than I do. I got to get a little more frustrated about, proceeding a little faster, a little quicker. But again, I'll give Logan credit of how I'll give it that they played better than we anticipated. And they came in and played hard. And we've got to improve our punting game. Only 22-yard average or something like that, 23-yard average. We've got to improve that. I also say Matt Daddy had 3 kicks inside of 10 for Special Guys Awards. Had 3 kicks inside of 10. I think he was 5 for 5 on PATs. All right, so again, another good night for Matt. His kicking is doing very well. Our snapping has been very good. Our coverages have been very good. So we just got to keep things rolling. Keep getting after it then.
Let's move on to Saturday. You had a JV contest, and then your younger programs.
Yes, I'll let Anthony talk about that because he was one of the coaches in that game. So,
in the mix of it on Saturday,
yes.
What happened Saturday?
Our JV actually came away with a pretty good win against Jackson. I believe 14-6.
9-6.
9-6. We ended up getting a safety, and we had a very, very good day overall. Our JVs have also been playing a very tough non-conference schedule against Hartley and Marion Franklin, and we've lost some heartbreakers in the mix, but we finally got on the right side of the scoreboard this week, and the kids played hard, and we had a very, very good day overall.
That's good to hear. And don't worry about that final score as long as we got more than they do, right?
Right. That's
well, Mac Krieger kicked the ball well that day for us, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Christian had some nice throws. Chris Postage, finally, the young man transferred for Dina, got his first taste of playing Saturday. Made some big plays on both sides of the ball. Correct, Coach?
Yes.
McCollum Lee played very well. Derek Lewis had some big. There's my grandson, so I got to say that. Okay, but he had some nice catches. Plays defensively. Pat Rourke, I can't remember who else I mentioned defensively. All played well. But again, they beat Jackson, then beat them 9-6, and we was watching films when they came in at halftime back here, and then their coach were very upset that the way things were going. And actually, we drove the ball down inside 10 and threw an interception. Drove the ball down again inside the 20 and turned the ball over on downs. So we had opportunities to score. All right, but some new guys got a chance to play some new things. Plus, there's also a freshman JV combination. So a lot of times we may have a half a dozen freshmen on the field playing on each play. Okay, so that was good that we had a combination. And then again, of course, to beat Jackson. Never sorry about that one.
That's right.
Right, with that. And then the biddies, the sixth grade one, they had to mark it back to 38. It was like 53 to 54 to nothing against Washington Courthouse. The JVs got shut out again, 21-zip. The junior high lost to both 7th and 8th grade both lost to Jackson. Both lost tough losses. I think 21-6, and the other was I think 7th grade is like 14-8. I believe they lost. All right, so we're competitive. All right, we're getting better. Our schedule, again, we played the best team, the best junior team we're going to probably play in the league right off the bat, and we did a good job there. So again, the key is we're learning, the program is evolving, and we're getting better.
Of course, folks, this week we've got Hillsborough coming to Chillicothe. It is homecoming. This is Coach's favorite week of the year. Distractions galore. So we'll touch more on them coming up in just a bit. But on the way next, we will visit with two of the Cavalier seniors that will find themselves here. They also happen to play linebacker. Details coming up.
And guard.
Hi, I'm Angie with ATI Physical Therapy located in Chillicothe. If pain or injury prevent you from doing what you love, but ATI Physical Therapy gets you back. Whether it's back to work or back to your play, ATI's energetic and motivating team is ready to help you begin your road to recovery. We will craft a personalized treatment plan incorporating the appropriate techniques for your condition. Stop by our Chillicothe location for a complimentary injury screening or visit atipt.com for a location near you.
Young's Family Market is family owned and operated. M.L. Young founded the grocery store in 1936, and now a second generation of Youngs, Brad, Susan, and their children now operate the business. To also serve the surrounding area, the Youngs opened a second location in Kingston, Ohio back in 2014, making shopping easy by offering everything you need, including beer and wine, all under one roof. No more running all over town making numerous stops to get everything on your list. Instead, visit our store and find it all. We offer fresh, high-quality products for affordable prices. It's the Young's Family Market, serving the Laurelville, Ohio community for more than 60 years.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
For 20 years, Haven House of Pickaway County has supported local victims of domestic violence. Thank you to those of you who have made contributions during the Haven House Capital Campaign, which helps us to offer more extensive services to survivors of domestic violence, empowering them to become more successful individuals. To help support our effort, visit us on Facebook, havenhouse1180.com, or by calling 740-412-1905. Shelter, support, and long-term solutions. Haven House of Pickaway County. Rebuilding lives. Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing in Central Center can customize t-shirts, banners, posters, vinyl lettering for your car or truck, and they can embroider logos for your school or business. It's time to show your team's spirit. And from Adina to Zane Trace, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing has all the team colors. And of course, your Chillicothe Cavalier blue and white. So stop on into the shop in Central Center and see for yourself. Or visit Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing online and place your order today. Southern Ohio Monument Company believes remembering a loved one after they're gone can be as personalized as when they were here. With over 400 in-stock monuments to choose from, there are shapes and sizes to match nearly everyone's personality, helping your loved one make a lasting impression. Southern Ohio Monument Company on East Main Street in downtown Chillicothe. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1. Southern Ohio Monument Company, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers.
Happy birthday to you.
Singers.
Happy birthday, dear Dan. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, fellas. Do I blow them out and make a wish?
Yes.
All right.
You ready to go get in the line so you get them all?
I know what I want.
Hey!
How about that? Look at that. Well done. Didn't drop it. How about that?
He didn't know. So he didn't notice, though, did he, guys?
Thank you.
Did he? He didn't notice. He didn't notice the cake, though, did he?
No. I wondered why there was a crowd showing up. Now this is kind of cool because last year the volleyball team sang "Happy Birthday" to me, and here you guys are. This is awesome. How about that? Your voices are a little lower than theirs. That's a good thing.
No, we didn't ask. We were polite. Didn't ask your age, so we let that go.
Well, let's see
the other way, guys. Let's go here.
55. That's my age. So he's wearing it right there. Very cool. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Are you going to stick around to eat some?
I mean,
yeah, they're teenagers. Yes, they will. All right, I was completely surprised. Are we taping? Okay. This is the Coach's Corner. I'm Dan Ramey, the birthday boy, and thank you, Coach, for doing that. Appreciate that. You're going to take it out so you can cut it and jump into it?
People see it while I do. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay. Well, before the break, showing my age, I forgot that these guys are juniors, not seniors. So we have Nick Ursuline with us and also Casey Crawford. We appreciate you guys coming to join us on the show today.
Appreciate it.
You talk about learning under fire. You've had to do that. The last year you had Malachi Ricey, you had Seth Barnes, two guys who had a lot of games under their belt. You find yourself coming into a situation where we're hoping to get you guys to that point. Talk about what this transition's been like for you.
Well, at first it was rough because I think Coach Arndt kind of wanted us to pick up where they left off, and that was very difficult at first. So there were a lot of, we had to do a lot of like very basic drills during 2 days, but I think we're starting to
Yeah. Casey, what about you?
Having Seth and Malachi were great role models to learn off of. Mm-hmm. So coming into it, we kind of had a great idea of what we were supposed to do this season. So we definitely had high expectations for ourselves. So we just had good shoes to fill. So had to work hard in the off season, and hopefully it pays off during the season.
Now last year at McLean, you got some playing time at the position, and I accidentally called him Chris Crawford, which took me back to the 1980s. So, but and Chris let me know about that too. He says, "Wait a second." But Casey, talk about what it's like to follow in the line of a Crawford name, and you're playing the same position.
Well, I'm actually not related to Chris at all. But anyway, I am a former H-back. Mm-hmm. And I was moved to the right guard position my sophomore year, which was last year. And throughout that process, it was kind of stressful because I really like to get my hands on the ball, but I was obviously able to do anything for the team, and it's really worked out for me. I play a lot during the games at right guard, and when I'm not playing right guard, I'm playing on defense at linebacker. And then we also have Bradley Reinhardt kind of rotating with me and Nick. Mm-hmm. He kind of gives us a break, which is really nice.
Oh, yeah.
So,
because early on you didn't have that break, did you?
No. Yeah. Bradley's really stepped up. He's a big man. He's like 6'2", 240, 250. So we're really fortunate to have him. And definitely happy with how he's worked in all season.
Yeah. There's a number of people who don't understand what that transition is like, going from offensive line, then suddenly you're thrown into the crux of being a linebacker and you're coming right at them. Talk about that transition.
Well, that was very rough for me because I played almost every down. I think I played every offensive play we had last year except for maybe one or two. So when I came in this year, I'll actually follow the guard sometimes because I'm still in that offensive guard mode. But it's been a rough transition going into attack mode to defend mode.
I imagine the snap count you're listening for defensively, going back on that offensive discipline, you're kind of afraid to move before the ball gets snapped, I imagine. This has been a nice first 5 weeks of the season. Come away, as Coach said, 3-2. That was something that he had hoped at least 3-2 coming through his first 5 games. What has that done for the team, coming away with a win this past Friday?
I think it's elevated our level of play. It's definitely it's taught us how to play fast, basically. And then we're going to go to other teams, and we're going to play fast, and we want them to come to our level. Coach Hinton says that a lot, is we want other teams to come to our level.
Yeah. What do you need to do to be at the level?
We need to never stop playing as fast as we possibly can. Definitely we peaked so far. I think our best game we've played is Licking Heights, and we executed perfectly. And if we could play like we played against Licking Heights every single game, I think we can win easily the rest of the games of the season.
Yeah.
And definitely just play hard and fast.
You're taking on Hillsborough this week. They're on that Veer offense. And if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves me correctly, Coach Jeff Arndt last year and perhaps the year before practiced this week without a football so that you would be disciplined and not go after the ball but play the man. Have you been doing the same strategy?
Yes, and I don't like it at all. It's very, very different, but definitely much needed.
Yes, it's very helpful.
You've seen some bruising-sized fullback and running back coming out of that backfield on film. Being disciplined, staying where you're supposed to, filling those gaps on the defensive side, that's the key to stopping those guys, I think.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree. And hitting them in the knees.
Yeah, hitting them low. Because hitting them high, you may not be able to bring them down.
Yeah.
Offensively, what have you been learning this week that you have to make sure you accomplish?
Stay low.
Yeah, we do have they have 2 tackles, and they're both like
250 plus.
Well, they look like a legit 280, and I'm actually trying to play more high because I've had several high-low calls this year, but we were definitely trying to hit them in the legs and get them moving.
Yeah. R.J. Swackhammer is one of the guys you'll be facing at number 72. He is a load, but you had a load last week with a couple of kids from Logan. You had loads of loads.
Past 5 games.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So you should be conditioned for this, I think.
Yeah,
I think so. We've been really fortunate, honestly, to have such a rigorous off-season, not off-season, I meant to say like out-of-league schedule.
Yeah.
We've played amazing defenses, and with these defenses can prepare us for this league schedule that we're about to play.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be really good.
Jumping into the Frontier Athletic Conference, and to coincide with that, you got homecoming distractions, and you got things to worry about there for Saturday, right?
Right.
Yeah. got the girls lined up?
Yeah. I can't say that.
Yeah, keep it safe. Keep it safe. Let's take a moment to talk about school. I know both of you have been involved with the Keys to Success program. I've seen you at different events that I've participated in. And I tell you, there's a lot of folks who will say, those kids are only serious just for a little bit, and then it's all behind. How serious are you taking this? What impact does Keys to Success make on you guys?
Keys to Success for me is just a reason to say no. Like I can't do that. I'm gonna be drug tested, and I take that very seriously. I'm also a member of TI, and TI is a very vocal group that we go to the elementaries and we talk to kids like, all right, you don't have to do drugs. You can still have fun in high school, but without drugs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's very important that we stress that.
And TI, for those who don't know, stands for Teen Institute.
Right.
So,
Yes.
What I hear?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love him, but
Yeah, he's a great man.
What about your thoughts on participating in the
I
programs?
think Keys to Success is an awesome program. I think this is something Chillicothe and the county and the state should be a part of. I think that it's honestly helped change a lot of kids' lives. Mm-hmm. It gives them a reason to say no, because when they're given the opportunity to do wrong things, they have a reason to not do it. And I think it's really important. And personally, it's even impacted my life to where maybe someone had like a drink of alcohol and they're like, hey, you want to try some of this? And I can't. Sorry. And also being a part of athletics, we all get drug tested. Mm-hmm. So it really helps with everybody. I really do think so.
And when you think about it, most kids who do get into trouble are usually not in it by themselves. It's in groups. And I got to think that the accountability of having, like yourself, saying, hey, don't drink this because of this, that has to help keep you out of trouble.
Yes, I can remember actually when they instituted this drug testing, I can remember the speech Coach Crabtree gave us. Like, if you see your teammate with, this bottle or this joint or whatever, you have my permission to smack the crap out of them. I said, oh, okay.
Got to keep each other in line, right?
Yes, exactly.
I know we wanted to talk about school itself, but you got a favorite subject, a favorite class that you have that you want to share with us?
I'm a math and science guy. I'm really good with numbers, but I also like the idea of like biology. I think it's like a really beautiful thing, which is what I tend to want to expertise in my future years.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I'm with him. I also like biology. So I kind of want to be a nurse because I want to work with my hands. I have a 4.4 GPA, so I really love those college classes.
Yeah, and you talk about these kids and their scholar. This is something because last week I think we had some guys on that were in the National Honor Society. Chillicothe's football team, and Coach can correct me if he wants, didn't you have like the highest GPA, one of the highest in the state of Ohio over the last couple of years within the top 15? So that helps out on a cerebral level on the offensive line too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
sometimes it can be bad. Sometimes we think too much.
Yeah, get yourself into trouble that way, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate what you've done so far. Congratulations on getting through the first 5 weeks. We've got 5 more plus.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Again, Casey Crawford and also Nick Ursuline. We'll continue in just a moment with the Coach's Corner.
Young's Family Market is family owned and operated. M.L. Young founded the grocery store in 1936, and now a second generation of Youngs, Brad, Susan, and their children now operate the business. To also serve the surrounding area, the Youngs opened a second location in Kingston, Ohio back in 2014, making shopping easy by offering everything you need, including beer and wine, all under one roof. No more running all over town making numerous stops to get everything on your list. Instead, visit our store and find it all. We offer fresh, high-quality products for affordable prices. It's the Young's Family Market, serving the Laurelville, Ohio community for more than 60 years.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
For 20 years, Haven House of Pickaway County has supported local victims of domestic violence. Thank you to those of you who have made contributions during the Haven House Capital Campaign, which helps us to offer more extensive services to survivors of domestic violence, empowering them to become more successful individuals. To help support our effort, visit us on Facebook, havenhouse1180.com, or by calling 740-412-1905. Shelter, support, and long-term solutions. Haven House of Pickaway County. Rebuilding lives. Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing in Central Center can customize t-shirts, banners, posters, vinyl lettering for your car or truck, and they can embroider logos for your school or business. It's time to show your team's spirit. And from Adina to Zane Trace, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing has all the team colors. And of course, your Chillicothe Cavalier blue and white. So stop on into the shop in Central Center and see for yourself. Or visit Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing online and place your order today. Southern Ohio Monument Company believes remembering a loved one after they're gone can be as personalized as when they were here. With over 400 in-stock monuments to choose from, there are shapes and sizes to match nearly everyone's personality, helping your loved one make a lasting impression. Southern Ohio Monument Company on East Main Street in downtown Chillicothe. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1. Southern Ohio Monument Company, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers.
Hi, I'm Angie with ATI Physical Therapy located in Chillicothe. If pain or injury prevent you from doing what you love, but ATI Physical Therapy gets you back. Whether it's back to work or back to your play, ATI's energetic and motivating team is ready to help you begin your road to recovery. We will craft a personalized treatment plan incorporating the appropriate techniques for your condition. Stop by our Chillicothe location for a complimentary injury screening or visit atipt.com for a location near you.
On this portion of the Cavalier Coach's Corner, we have assistant coach Dennis Murphy. Good to see you, sir.
Nice to see you.
We call him assistant coach, and that's because he is an assistant coach. It may not be X's and O's, but you are very much involved with top to bottom of this football program.
Yeah, I'm involved with a little bit of everything.
Yeah. He is one of our favorite guys, and I don't know if we could have a Friday night without him. Let's take a moment to tell people what it is that you do.
I'm the equipment manager for this football program, all middle school, elementary, and all. I do everything from washing the clothes to making sure the field's set up and the coaches have everything they need and the players have everything they need to play the game.
And he has all the extras as well. And only once, and it happened this year, did he come to me needing something. It's usually the other way. I mean, 99.9% of the time, I'm always going to Murph and saying, hey, can you help me here? Let's take a moment to talk about really. There's a nice article written about you by our friend and yours and mine, Derek Webb from the Chillicothe Gazette, about your position. Yeah. And not every team in America is fortunate to have someone like you. And I know you don't like hearing those words, but that is the truth. We couldn't do what we do without Dennis. How is it that you have come about and learned this job? Has it just been a lot of trial by fire?
It was a lot of trial by fire, but I've worked with a couple of salesmen from Rydell and Shutt, and I just enjoy football altogether and the kids and everything. So,
yeah, and parents like what you do as well, helping them. Even we've talked in the past on this show about helping moms figure out how to get stains out of certain clothes.
Yeah, I wash all the game uniforms. Parents from some soccer parents come and ask me how to get stains out of them and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And you've, of course, with 6 straight home games, and we only had the first game was on grass, and that was at Taze Valley, and the last 2 of the last 3 will be on grass,
right?
And hopefully some playoff games as well. What's the difference between having this turf? I know we don't have to cut it, we don't have to maintain it in that fashion, but you do have to do certain things for the field, but also you have to take care of the uniform because you get those pellets and sweat still does become part of the uniform.
Yeah, the problem with the field is rubber pellets will hold. If you're bleeding, get blood on it or anything, it'll hold it. We have to treat it every week before we have a game. We've gone through and fluffed the field up. It fluffs the rubber up, picks up metal or anything like that. We pick up an awful lot of bobby pins. And then when I wash the uniforms, I look for stains, blood stains, anything that's out of the ordinary, and I try to get it taken care of right away.
I almost chuckled there. The bobby pins are not from football players.
Nope,
it's
soccer.
From soccer players, marching band uniforms and things that are holding stuff together with a bobby pin, and it finds its way on the football field.
Yes, we have. When we fluff the field up, there's a magnet that we drag along behind it, and it picks all the metal and stuff up. So, yeah.
When you wash the uniforms, do you have this extra? And I would think the first part, because when you walk across this field, you end up getting these little pellets inside your shoes, and it looks like, rat droppings of some sort and mouse droppings. Does that build up in the washing machine?
No, I shake them out before I put them in the washer and everything. I mentioned that first year we had the field, we had a parent call me, "You got a mouse problem at school." I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Yeah, my son's bringing home with his practice stuff little black mouse turds." I said, "No, it's rubber pellets." She said, "It's not." I said, "You come over and I'll show you." And she couldn't believe that that's what it was, the little rubber pellets. But yeah, we don't have trouble with it in the washer.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I know that you don't finish your job on Friday.
No.
You've got things that happen on Saturday, and part of that is more than the JV contest. You find yourself involved with Ohio University.
Yeah, I'm a great fan of Ohio University. Every home game, I'm down there tailgating, cooking for people and all. And then, like I say, if I've got a game on Saturday at OU, I'll come in late Saturday night, early Sunday morning to get everything washed and ready to go for the next week.
He is truly the chief cook and bottle washer around here. And again, we couldn't do the job that we have to do. And I tell you, it makes it a lot easier. There's a number of coaches across Southern Ohio that wishes they had a Dennis Murphy. And you've helped out other programs
Yes.
too, close relationship with London.
Yes, London, Upper Arlington when they had a problem with some staph infection going around and stuff. But Logan coach the other day said he wishes if I don't want to work for Chillicothe, come over. He'll give me a job. Just about every school says that because they're not fortunate to have somebody like me that all I do is take care of the equipment. I don't have to coach or nothing, and our coaches are fortunate.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about everything else that some of the other coaches do. So.
He looks great in blue and white, but you'll see him on Friday night wearing pink so that everyone can see
Yep.
where he's at, because he is that vital piece of the coaching staff that we have here at CHS. Dennis, as always, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Dennis Murphy. Coming up in just a moment, we'll visit with Anthony Wagner, one of the assistant coaches here on News Radio, WBEX. And, of course, this is the picture we were talking about in the article. Let's show that there. This is a living legend from Derek Webb from the Chillicothe Gazette. It's a complete night of surprises.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We'll
Thanks,
continue
guys.
with the Coach's Corner in just a moment.
Shake their hands, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Young's Family Market is family owned and operated. M.L. Young founded the grocery store in 1936, and now a second generation of Youngs, Brad, Susan, and their children now operate the business. To also serve the surrounding area, the Youngs opened a second location in Kingston, Ohio back in 2014, making shopping easy by offering everything you need, including beer and wine, all under one roof. No more running all over town making numerous stops to get everything on your list. Instead, visit our store and find it all. We offer fresh, high-quality products for affordable prices. It's the Young's Family Market, serving the Laurelville, Ohio community for more than 60 years.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
For 20 years, Haven House of Pickaway County has supported local victims of domestic violence. Thank you to those of you who have made contributions during the Haven House Capital Campaign, which helps us to offer more extensive services to survivors of domestic violence, empowering them to become more successful individuals. To help support our effort, visit us on Facebook, havenhouse1180.com, or by calling 740-412-1905. Shelter, support, and long-term solutions. Haven House of Pickaway County. Rebuilding lives. Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing in Central Center can customize t-shirts, banners, posters, vinyl lettering for your car or truck, and they can embroider logos for your school or business. It's time to show your team's spirit. And from Adina to Zane Trace, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing has all the team colors. And of course, your Chillicothe Cavalier blue and white. So stop on into the shop in Central Center and see for yourself. Or visit Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing online and place your order today. Southern Ohio Monument Company believes remembering a loved one after they're gone can be as personalized as when they were here. With over 400 in-stock monuments to choose from, there are shapes and sizes to match nearly everyone's personality, helping your loved one make a lasting impression. Southern Ohio Monument Company on East Main Street in downtown Chillicothe. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1. Southern Ohio Monument Company, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers.
Hi, I'm Angie with ATI Physical Therapy located in Chillicothe. If pain or injury prevent you from doing what you love, but ATI Physical Therapy gets you back. Whether it's back to work or back to your play, ATI's energetic and motivating team is ready to help you begin your road to recovery. We will craft a personalized treatment plan incorporating the appropriate techniques for your condition. Stop by our Chillicothe location for a complimentary injury screening or visit atipt.com for a location near you.
On this segment of the Coach's Corner, we visit with the assistant coach, and that is Anthony Wagner. Anthony is new to the Cavaliers this year, but you're not new to Chillicothe in any fashion, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm actually, Coach Hinton graciously offered me a position this year after being down here as the assistant varsity baseball coach this past spring and the JV head coach. So I was already down here, and he kind of I wanted to get back into football, and he thought it was a great opportunity for me to get into it, and I just couldn't pass it up.
Coach doesn't always like to mutter the words Logan and Elm together, but that is your alma mater.
Yes, it is.
You look pretty good in blue and white, I got to say.
It's definitely a different color, a different shade. Getting used to it still, but yes, Logan Elm is my alma mater, and but it's good to be down here in Chillicothe.
You were coached by one of my former classmates, Scott Bartholomew, for a long time there at Logan Elm. Of course, has since retired and now helping out his son at Bloom Carroll.
Yes.
What was Coach like to play for? Because I've never seen someone so calm in a playoff atmosphere. He didn't seem like he was uptight in any fashion.
Right.
He seemed groovy loosey the whole way.
Right. Playing for Coach Bart, those were some of the best 4 years of high school I had. That was the greatest 4 years I've had so far in my lifetime. Just every day going out there, and he made sure that we were going to go out and compete every day. And we'd had some talks, going into my senior year about some things and different stuff. But basically it came down to, at my position, that it was going to come down to my attitude and our seniors' attitude, and it was up to us to lead our team. And he made that known from the get-go when he got there my freshman year. And we had really looked up to that team and everybody on that team. And he had kind of Coach Bart set the tone for us with that group that was seniors my freshman year. So we had really looked up to him, and everything he said about changing our program that year we just bought into completely, and it was great for the program there.
Chillicothe played Logan Elm back in 2008 or 2009 in the playoffs at Tays Valley. Were you part of that team?
Yes, I was actually the only freshman to dress varsity that year throughout that great run. So I had an experience of a lifetime that year, getting ready for the next 3 years of varsity football after that.
Yeah. You also were coached by Todd Seymour, who is an assistant coach here, but he was the baseball coach at the time.
Yes, he was. Me and Coach Seymour actually spent we spent 2 seasons together for all 4 years of high school, and he was basically, this is what I told everyone when I was in high school, he is basically my second dad, because I cannot get away from him at any times except for basketball season. And still at that time, football ended so late and baseball began so early that there was really no getting away. So me and Coach Seymour spent a lot of time together throughout high school, and now back together. It's good to be reunited here and coaching together.
That means two things. That means either first you're stalking Coach Seymour, or Coach Seymour and Coach Hinton thought enough of you to bring you here.
Right, and I'm not sure which one that is, honestly, because Coach Seymour came down, or I saw him in the hallways when I first applied for the baseball job, and he kind of looked at me and double-taked, like, what in the world are you doing here? But at the same time, I'm grateful for this opportunity to be coaching with these guys and learning from some of the very best in Ohio and throughout the state of Ohio football history. It's just been a great opportunity all the way around.
You went on to play at Northern Kentucky?
Yes, I did. 4 years.
After that experience, you become an assistant coach. Talk about what the butterflies are like, or the juices are like, as you are getting ready for that first night at Tays Valley.
Right. I'd been away from the game for a little while, being a baseball player in college and stepping into that role and getting back on the field Friday night, all the emotions and everything, just because I'd played at Tays Valley growing up and they were a league rival of us, Pickaway County rival. It brought back so many memories and so many games we had there. And really, I was so nervous in high school throughout games, butterflies, and not being able to talk to anybody before a game and just focusing on my job, that it kind of started to sit back in, but wasn't as bad as a coach. But it's a great feeling, and I've missed the feeling.
And Coach Seymour would be one of the first to point out that Logan Elms had a lot of victories at Tays Valley.
Yeah.
And that didn't change,
No, it did not, and I'm glad it didn't.
Talk about what you're doing now, because as you mentioned, you're with Coach Seymour in the quarterback capacity and also running back capacity. What do you know about quarterbacking as opposed to running back?
Right. Well, my first full varsity season at Logan Elm, I was actually behind a senior quarterback, Johnny Brown. So I was, in a sense, I was a quarterback all growing up throughout junior high, and they thought, Bart and Coach Wade thought of a great idea of getting us on the field at the same time in the backfield. So we were able to actually switch from running back to quarterback to running back in just a simple signal, and being able to play running back that year, because I didn't even go into the position until practice for week 1. So all the scrimmages and everything, I was actually playing a slot receiver just trying to get my reps and some varsity time because I knew I was behind an all-state quarterback in Johnny Brown from the past year. So given the opportunity to do that made me learn more about the game just from seeing it from a different angle than I had ever done before.
And now you step into a position where helping with a quarterback like Brandon Moffmer and his running capabilities, open field, he's pretty.
Right. He is very dangerous in the open field, and I have the opportunity to come in and coach Brandon this year has been just a gift. You don't usually walk in and your first day goes, oh, look, we have an all-state quarterback for you to coach. It's not something you get every day, and he's been, helping me in my first year of coaching as well as me being able to help him and just kind of installing some of the things that I used to learn at Logan Elm through the spread offense, and just both of us, I think, make us better than maybe what we were a season before. But I tell you what, being able to coach Brandon, it's been an enjoyment.
How many times have you watched the play where you went running down the sideline, kind of held up a little bit, and then kicked into another gear?
Yeah, I mean it's very impressive, and it's just seeing. I've watched last year's film and seen it, but if you don't see it in person, it's a different world. And seeing him in person live is a special thing.
What have you learned this week that you're going to have to do to be victorious on homecoming night?
Hillsboro is they're a physical team, but at the same time, they're not as fast or as physical as some of the Marion Franklins or the Bishop Hartleys that we've seen. So pretty much we're going to try to use our speed to, stay away from them in a sense in the inside, because they do have some bigger defensive linemen that could get us and cause some problems. So we're going to try to beat them with our speed and try to just get out on the edge with them, trying to improve our passing game still. But our running game's been so good, like Coach Hinton said before, that it's kind of hard to get away from a running game that's moving the ball 15, 16 yards a pop and going to a passing game. So we're trying to get better there, as well as continuing what we've been successful with the past couple of weeks.
And if a defense takes away the quarterback, then you have to rely on the running back. And last week we saw Joey Wright get some reps in there. Of course, Connor Mathis has been a mainstay, but he's playing a lot of defense, so Joey coming in to spell him is a benefit.
Right, and having those two being as gifted as they are, it's been nice. And this week, Coach mentioned before, we get Chris Postage back from the transfer from Medina, and he is actually going to help us in the running back position this week as well as McKellen Lee's going to get some carries and do some good things for us because he's been playing so hard at the JV level, and we want to get him reps. But it's been nice to have 2, 3, 4 kids step in and be able to run as hard as they can when Brandon's been taken away in some of these big games.
Yeah. Well, it's Hillsboro coming up Friday night, and Anthony Wagner is going to help us hopefully get to a victory on homecoming night and the opener for the Frontier Athletic Conference. We'll continue in just a moment with Coach Ron Hinton.
Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing in Central Center can customize t-shirts, banners, posters, vinyl lettering for your car or truck, and they can embroider logos for your school or business. It's time to show your team's spirit. And from Medina to Zane Trace, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing has all the team colors. And of course, your Chillicothe Cavalier blue and white. So stop on into the shop in Central Center and see for yourself, or visit Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing online and place your order today. For 20 years, Haven House of Pickaway County has supported local victims of domestic violence. Thank you to those of you who have made contributions during the Haven House Capital Campaign, which helps us to offer more extensive services to survivors of domestic violence, empowering them to become more successful individuals. To help support our effort, visit us on Facebook, havenhouse1180.com, or by calling 740-412-1905. Shelter, support, and long-term solutions. Haven House of Pickaway County. Rebuilding lives.
Young's Family Market is family-owned and operated. M.L. Young founded the grocery store in 1936, and now a second generation of Youngs, Brad, Susan, and their children now operate the business. To also serve the surrounding area, the Youngs opened a second location in Kingston, Ohio back in 2014, making shopping easy by offering everything you need, including beer and wine, all under one roof. No more running all over town making numerous stops to get everything on your list. Instead, visit our store and find it all. We offer fresh, high-quality products for affordable prices. It's the Young's Family Market, serving the Laurelville, Ohio community for more than 60 years.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hi, I'm Angie with ATI Physical Therapy located in Chillicothe. If pain or injury prevent you from doing what you love, but ATI Physical Therapy gets you back. Whether it's back to work or back to your play, ATI's energetic and motivating team is ready to help you begin your road to recovery. We will craft a personalized treatment plan incorporating the appropriate techniques for your condition. Stop by our Chillicothe location for a complimentary injury screening or visit atipt.com for a location near you.
Southern Ohio Monument Company believes remembering a loved one after they're gone can be as personalized as when they were here. With over 400 in-stock monuments to choose from, there are shapes and sizes to match nearly everyone's personality, helping your loved one make a lasting impression. Southern Ohio Monument Company on East Main Street in downtown Chillicothe. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1. Southern Ohio Monument Company, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers.
On our final segment of the Coach's Corner, Coach Ron Hinton now. The Hillsboro Indians, they are the next task you have. This is week 1 of the Frontier Athletic Conference. You can't win them all unless you win that first one. This is a coach that you know, Coach Jack O'Rourke, and he's been around a long time. You've been around a long time. Coach Jeff Arndt's been around a long time. And that wonderful veer offense still lives.
It still does. Well, it's a veer. It's really the double type wishbone, triple option. What a little bit I've watched defensively. They're more a couple games. They're more power, second man through, and those things. Didn't really run the option a whole lot, but we still know. I can remember years and years ago going to clinics and listening to his dad speak when his dad was coaching at Blanchester. Had a great team. Of course, then Jack had some great teams at Vinton County. And has been around. He's a good coach, and it's one of those offenses that it's hard to prepare for because we don't see it. All right, it's like Clinton Massey. We don't see it every day. All right, now Hartley helped us a lot last week with their power, with their line of scrimmage. 2 weeks ago with their power, with just run the ball right at us. Foot to foot splits and stuff. They won't be quite like that, nor have the athletes. But yet still, Logan came in last week. They lined the ball up, tightened the splits up, and here they come. Here comes the fullback. Bang, bang, bang. And it's one of those things that we have to get them out of rhythm. If they get in rhythm offensively, kind of like Logan did. We was talking in I forget, this was the second quarter. They had the ball for almost 7 minutes. Okay, we came right back and scored. All right, and bang, bang, and scored. But yet, they're going to limit our touches. All right, so we have to get them out of rhythm, which means we have to get them in a second and third and long. All right, but they get in rhythm and they get 4 yards on first down and 4 more on second down, then then bang, here we go. It's tough to shut them down like that. But we give them a second and long, third and long. All right, those are the big keys. We have to be very, very disciplined in our assignments. We practice all week without a football. All right. Because basically the defensive tackles got to tackle the fullback. Basically, the linebackers have got to tackle the quarterback, and the outside backers have got to take the end or take the pitch man. All right, and basically you have to do it in that thing. If you cannot make a mistake, all right, because you make a mistake, they'll read it. If one guy makes a mistake in that system, then they're going to find that weakness, and here they go. They're going to take off. All right, I believe they got like 6 or 7 back each side of the football. Now their quarterback graduated last year. Now their good fullback, we did not face him last year. He was still injured. I believe he came back the week after we played. All right, we was very fortunate to jump out early, quickly, and get the game really under control. I think it was 21-0 the first quarter, I believe, or something like that, or half. But anyways, but this is a different football team. They're 4-1 coming into the O. All right, again, they haven't played a competition level we have, but yet they're still 4-1. They believe that they can win. That makes them dangerous. Plus, this is a second season. Okay, everybody's record now is 0-0. All right, because now the second season begins. Because really, you take your football season, you have your non-league, you have your league, and you have the playoffs. So really, it's three separate seasons. So now we're beginning our second season, which is really the most important. All right, with the run of this title. All right, and it would be very honoring to be the first one, but yet you can't. You got to get victory 1 before you get victory 2. So we got the march. The march is going. I guess like Sherman's March to the Sea. Here we go. We're starting in Lynn. We're working our way down the coast there to week 10. They'll be physical. They'll play hard. Defensively, they're a 4-3. We saw some different things they've done with stunts and stuff. Correct, Coach?
Yes.
Some coverages. But again, as I told the guys, they told me last week, he says, Coach, we didn't practice play all week. I said, well, I know, but the defense is forcing us to call this play because of the things they took away from us. Okay, so we have to be able to make our adjustments and be able to play. Excuse me, I apologize.
Bless you.
Sorry. Yes, Sid caused that, didn't he?
Yeah.
But do those things, and we've got to try and maintain the ball. We've got to maintain field position. Keep them on long fields. Keep them on long fields where they have to march and have to drive. Give them short fields. The offense is very efficient. Okay, our defense is evolving. It's getting better. But yet, they don't want to play smash mouth with us. We've got to do a better job of playing smash mouth football. And their kickoffs are screwy. I'll let Coach talk about those. Coach, you go ahead and you take off on those. So.
Their kickoff there, it's a mystery for them. I think it's a mystery for them more than it is for us sometimes because you're not sure who's going to end up kicking the ball. They line up a couple different guys, and it could be cross action. One guy kicks it this time, another guy kicks it the next, but it's something we've had to prepare for and be ready for, and it could be in the air or on the ground every single play.
So one could easily turn it into an onside kick.
So hopefully we can keep them from kicking the ball off majority of the night would be nice.
Yeah, give them one, maybe two.
One, maybe two.
We live with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Homecoming, of course, is this week, and there's always a distraction when you talk about homecoming because usually the football players are involved in some fashion. There's Spirit Week all through. How are you keeping the kids focused on Hillsborough?
Well, I think our guys are veterans. They've been around it. Again, we keep telling them, hey, homecoming is for the student body. It's for the people in the stands. Our job is between the white lines. All right? Nothing's going to change between the white lines except how we do it. That stuff in the stands, those things, it's all great. It's all part of tradition. It's all part of the school system. It's all part of the excitement. Great. Okay, but still, our guys got to stay focused because they have to go out and we have a task in front of us. All right, we've got a job to do. Yes, it is distracting. We will have several of our starters involved at halftime. Out with the queen and the courts and those things. And I guess it's one of those things you just have to live through it. All right, and not be again show maturity and not be distracted on what we're doing. With that. So it's a fun week. It's a great week. I know Big Pepperella on Friday, 10 o'clock in the morning. Is always exciting and things. But again, for us, that's fine. All that stuff over there and out there, that's fine. Our job is we got the whistle blows and the whistle blows. Get between our lines. Now we got to old Elvis who say TCB it. Take care of business.
Mm-hmm. Take care of Friday night and boogie on Saturday.
Yes. But again, our offense is going to be tough. That fullback is tough. They graduated a good quarterback. This young man the guy now is doing a good job. The question we don't know is how well they throw the football because they haven't had to throw the football very much. They lost to one we call a very good team in Goshen. I think it's week 2 of the year, so we really haven't saw them throw the football a lot. I'm sure they can throw it effectively, but I guarantee you that those backs can run. And again, if they get in that first and second and third and goal, third and short, then they're efficient, and we can't allow that to happen. And I've got to go back to Murph, though. I've got to say publicly, Murph is a godsend to us. That's why we want to stop and give the show and give him that plaque. He more than deserves that. All the things he does, people never doesn't know the half of what he does inside of here for us. We don't tell we tell him a lot, but I don't think we tell him enough about how appreciated he is of all the things he does for us. And then he gets very cranky when we try and do a little too much. And he said, "That's my job," And then I got to brag on Coach Wagner. I will say he beat me once, but it's only because one of his best teams, one of our weaker teams. All right, but when they come to the pit, it was ugly. It was ugly.
Is Amanda?
Yeah. I thought in there, so I make you blush there a little bit. Yeah. But we're tickled to have Anthony. He's a big addition to our staff. He's brought a lot of quality things to us. I just feel very appreciative that we get a chance to work with a young man of his caliber, and he makes us a better staff with him being here.
It's one thing I didn't even ask. Eddie Johnson being in Amanda Clear Creek and you on the same staff, you guys get along okay?
Well, we get along okay. We go back and forth a little bit about who was better back in the day, but we still get along great.
You're way faster than he was.
Right? Yeah. Different positions.
Oh, but he's tough though. I don't know about that one.
That's right. That's right. Johnson's a tough gig. All right, we've got homecoming Friday night. Of course, the Frontier Athletic Conference gets its season underway. It'll be Hillsboro and Chillicothe. 1490 AM, 92.7 FM, as well as worldwide at WBEX.com and on the free iHeartRadio app. Coach, thank you for the birthday cake. Appreciate that.
Happy birthday!
Stick your tongue out for us one more time. He's got blue.
Hey, I didn't eat a cake. I was giving the kids something that got all over my hand and fingers, so I had to try and lick it off there. So
say what you want. Thank you again for the birthday cake. Appreciate that. Anthony, thanks for being on the show tonight. Thanks to our other guests as well. And Cavalier Tom, I'm Dan Ramey. There's one thing left to say, and that's
Go Cavs!